Hello, friends, foes, and the fabulously undecided. My name is Gasta, and today I am joined by the notorious robber baron Lime,
Greetings.
the renowned union buster Merack,
Sup?
the acclaimed snake oil manufacturer Minnie,
Hello there.
and the feared train robber Rob.
Give me your gold, I have tuberculosis.
Hell yeah! We've come together to bring you the world of Coruscant, a new world well into the throes of its own age of sail, despite the unexplained increase in sea monsters reported throughout Coruscant. Now, I gotta ask, are you guys ready?
Hell yeah.
Possibly.
No.
One of you said no, we gotta stop.
Damn.
Abort.
It's all
Abort
over.
mission.
No, I jest.
Alright, in that case, waves. Slow, rolling, deliberate. They slap against the sides of half-sunken driftwood, licking the weathered pylons of old docks. The sky above is a uniform sheet of gray. Clouds thick and low, smothering the sun and muting the colors of the world. No wind stirs the sails of idle ships, no gulls cry above. Even the usual stink of brine and fish feels a bit subdued, weighed down beneath the sky. The sea here gleams a sort of silver blue, like a burnished metal, and stretches out in every direction with the false piece of a blade before the draw. Somewhere, beyond the reefs and wrecks of this world, Coruscant churns with secrets. But here, near the edge of civilization, in the damn near middle of nowhere, time drifts like sea foam. As we look closer to a small, seemingly insignificant island and its shore, and we see a rickety shanty town, aptly named for the town that is Shantytown, lashed to the edge of an unnamed island like barnacles clinging to bone. Its buildings are this mess of warped boards, torn sails, and reused ship parts, rising at these odd angles as though built by memory more than they really are design. You see some roofs are patched with these tarred canvas, others with rusted sheet metal or thatch that's been blackened with age. Water puddles in the dips between planks, crates and netting line the alleys like skeletal ribs. We see a scant sight in terms of people. We see some children barefoot and silent as cats darting between broken barrels. There's old men who smoke fish guts and oil drums repurposed as ovens just on the outer skirts of this town. The wooden docks themselves kind of stretch like crooked fingers into the shallows, very much nailed and re-nailed until no single board remembers its origin. Past this rather unassuming sight, near the main pier, sits the Smashed Skull Tavern, as it always starts in a tavern. If it can be even called a tavern and not a long, salt-bitten threat with windows. The exterior leans forward slightly. There's a great cracked skull bleached yellow by time that's bolted to the gable above the door. This kind of monstrous, long-dead sea creature remains with tusks long since snapped off. We see, a faded paint still marks the name above the plank on the door, scrawled in mismatched fonts, but ultimately reading Smashed Skull. We see scattered fish scales glitter in the gaps between the floorboards of the porch. A tin lantern hangs on an iron spike, unlit now, but soot-streaked from many nights before. A sign also reading, "No credit," flutters, and we move inward through the warped front doors, heavy and salt-swollen, into a dim, smoky interior. The air is thick with a mingling sense of pipe smoke, stale ale, fish stew, and a faint copper tang of blood yet to be scrubbed off the floor. Light kind of filters in through warped shutters, catching motes of air like suspended dust and syrup. Lanterns kind of sway lazily, their chains creaking something awful above these different tables and crooked stools, none of which are actually stools or tables, just repurposed pieces of ships. You see the walls actually are plastered with these old wanted posters kind of curling at the corners, some with familiar faces, others scratched out. There are a bunch of trophy bones, broken harpoons, and twisted bits of driftcraft that decorate the support beams. At the bar, a barrel-chested man wipes down a glass with a rag that does more harm than good. However, he is not the only one, as similarly near the bar is this tall, imposing figure. Now I have to ask, Rob, could you please describe your character for us and what they're doing right now on this long and lazy day?
Yeah, we see a large, 6'7" topaz dragonborn. His scales are rough cut in nature, unlike a lot of his kin who look more like polished gems. And that's fitting because everything about this character is a bit rough looking. He has a nasty looking scar on the left side of his face that cuts across, revealing his sharp teeth even when his lips are together. The scar actually dips down, skipping his neck and reconnecting just below his collarbone onto his chest. He is wearing a long, dark blue mariner's coat. It's got this stitched outline of a manta ray on it. On his hip, he carries a scimitar, a sword. He's flipping what looks like to be a ship's belaying pin, just absent-mindedly in his hand as he waits for the keeper to bring him the meal he's ordered.
Yeah, as we do see this kind of like buff, barrel-chested individual is like wiping down a glass and also kind of watching a pot of definitely something that shouldn't be colored purple as it kind of bubbles and froths in this cauldron as I continue to wipe down the glass.
Bim, how much longer till the, what was it, fish mogul is ready?
No, that was last night's. I call this fish a la mode, but it's taking its time. It'll be fine.
Alright. I trust you.
Yeah. Where's the other one? Are they in and not?
Curhd looks around for his traveling companion, suddenly very worried about where they're at.
As we do look around the room, I will also have to ask, Minnie, could you please describe your character and where they're hiding?
As Curhd is searching across the bar, he'll notice in almost the back corner, but not quite, Seraphina is sitting, reading a book with a cup of tea in hand. And for everybody listening, the woman that he sees is a striking figure. Her noble heritage evident in her very regal posture and confident air. She has long, wavy auburn hair with very distinct silver streaks framing her face. Her eyes are a piercing gold, glowing faintly in dim lighting, and hinting at the divine power within her. Her lightly tanned skin bears faint, shimmering traces of celestial markings along her arms and collarbones, only visible under certain lighting. She wears a mix of practical alchemist leathers and finely crafted noble fabrics, reinforced with custom-made armor pieces. And a well-worn pistol rests at her hip, while vials of alchemical concoctions hang from her belt, ready to be unleashed at a moment's notice. And she is just sipping away at her tea. She'll look up and kind of almost immediately lock eyes with Curhd and just nod.
Curhd nods back, looks back to the owner. Better make that 2. Silver's already here.
No, yeah, alright. When did they get in? I actually didn't see them coming with you.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll be back.
Gotta fucking put a bell on you guys. And he'll prepare some more ingredients to add to the pot.
Curhd crosses and unceremoniously plops down next to his friend. You know, I think he's right. You should come with a bell.
Aren't you one for graceful entrances?
I am the most graceful and elegant motherfucker on this island.
Right. And I'm the next Shakespeare.
Who the what now? God, when do you think that next merchant ship's coming in? I'm ready to be out of this fucking dunghole.
I don't know. The guy said 3 weeks. 3 weeks ago.
Alright. Should be any day now.
Hopefully.
Oh, before I forget, Curhd pulls 2 silver pieces out of his pocket and places them on the table. Remember when we bet that we'd never find the wreck of our old ship?
Oh, goody, please tell me you found it.
He turns around, showing off the jacket. Well, I found the captain's coat.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah. Fits me well. Weird. She was way shorter than me.
I don't know, it's not, ripped up enough. It's too nice.
Well, we can alter it. Curhd tries to, cut the edges with his sword, and the jacket's not cutting. It's like, damn, resistant.
She'll reach across and smack his hand. Don't ruin it on purpose.
Okay, Mom.
Hey, you know as well as I do, I am not my mother.
It's at this point that Bim chooses to come over and present the fish a la mode in a weirdly kind of violet swirl of this thing that you do see has a like fish eye, almost as a garnish on the side of the bowls. All right, that's 2 cup. I'm trying out a new thing here. Just let me know if you like it.
Seraphina will like poke her fork at the eyeball. That's an interesting garnish.
It's I was thinking, them fancy types over in the like Ala or those, really good restaurants in Morongo. They're, always doing these new types of things. I mean, I went there not 2 years ago, and the food was so tiny, but it was so good. So I'm trying to, what's the word? Rememorate that.
Rememorate.
Yeah, no, like, pretend that it's that. Fake it.
Got it. Okay.
Are you guys gonna just hang out here all day, or... I do forget you guys do something around here, right?
We try.
I joined the salvage team.
Did you?
Yeah, pulling out any sort of wrecks or driftwoods we can get to try and keep this place patched up.
How is Yorick doing? Is he still as fucking awful as ever?
Oh, he gets nastier when it gets warm, mate.
Well, I guess today's a good day for you then, as he kind of looks out.
Yeah. Oh, God, I want to be gone. Curhd just picks up the fish, stabs it with whatever fork or utensil it's been provided, and takes a huge bite.
Yeah, you take a bite, and today you are immensely surprised. It doesn't taste bad. It's a bit on the saltier side, but it's wonderfully smooth. Like, it's a kind of pleasant, gritty thing, almost like eating, like, lightly fish-oiled grits, almost.
You enjoying that?
Curhd starts pulling Seraphina's plate towards him.
Hey!
Very slowly.
Smacks his hand.
Yeah, Bim, you've outdone yourself. 10 out of 10.
As you see, Bim doesn't really respond, but just kind of like taps your shoulder and points as he's still looking out the front window out into sea. Just kind of peeking through some of that haze in the distance. Appears to be a sort of galleon, kind of meandering its way into the view. Looks like you got your prayer answered.
Are you serious? It's finally here?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's not supposed to be coming that way.
What do you mean?
Usually they come to the backside. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's them.
Only one way to find out. Finish your meal, Silver. We got a ship to catch.
God's damn it.
I'm gonna flip my man here an extra gold today, since we are hopefully celebrating leaving.
Yeah, he'll earnestly catch it and immediately pocket it before you change your mind. As you guys start to like really hasten into your meals, we are gonna pull outside. As the sea is calm and again the sun hides, but it is not as cool as one would like. York is apparently going to be not great today as the heat lingers, kind of thick and humid, as the day is hushed beneath this gauzy canopy. Coming out to where this ship is, we don't hear any birds cry overhead, and honestly, very few winds whip the sails, as we see this ship has employed oars down under to start moving itself slowly, painfully, patiently through this part of the coast, as we see a sizable merchant's galleon. Its hull painted in kind of like once proud colors that have definitely been faded with the years. Its kind of triple mast rising tall against this cloudy sky, slack sails but billowing just enough to help keep the vessel crawling forward. We come down from like our vantage point over this vessel down toward the weather-beaten deck, where the crew kind of moves with this bored efficiency of sailors between ports. We see a man sharpens a rust-flecked hook beside a coil of rope. A woman hums this kind of like old sea tune as she kind of checks off on a clipboard different crates that look like they're filled with either like a citrus or some kind of rarer cloth. We see there's a boy no older than 12 dangling over the side on a line, kind of watching the sea as the ship bubbles forward. Uh, Looking at the ship, we see its nameplate, just kind of barely legible beneath a crust of barnacle age, reads The Gilded Lure. We watch as a kind of well-dressed tabaxi individual in a red, kind of almost captain's coat begins to stride across the deck, looking over the individuals aforementioned. The man with the hook kind of puts it away and starts back at coiling up the rope. The woman nods at whoever this individual is as they continue to check, and the boy quickly jumps back on board to not be on the line looking over the sea. As this person begins to head downward into the darkened pits of this ship, we move into the crew's quarters, where underneath we hear the heaving and hoving of all these different crew members who have unfortunately been stuck with oar duty. But one individual who is not obligated to engage in that does sit on their kind of self-designated cot. And this is who we see when the tabaxi comes down and she kind of wraps the side of the doorway in. May I ask, Lime, could you please introduce your character for us and what their kind of crew quarters looks like, what they've kind of carved out of this place?
Very well, of course. In this dingy little crew quarters, you see a large backpack full of what appears to be herbs and some sort of other alchemical ingredients. You hear clinks of glass clashing together. It's perhaps some vials. Regardless, what they are dressed in is a nice, very loose white robe, having a similarly light satchel with even more alchemical ingredients pouring out. Tallest sits behind them are two spears that lay flush against the wall, held down with some rope to stop them from crashing down on some poor fool, but gleaming in the bare sunlight that comes throughout those cracks of the floor above. The sunlight shines down to see bronze-looking scales glitter in that sunlight. And as this tabaxi woman gets closer to this individual, her fur starts to stand up. It's all staticky. Good day to you.
Sure is. Well, I figured I'd come down to let you know we're hitting port here. A place called Shantytown. We've decided to make a detour just based on how we're heading in. Did want to ask... what's that sigh for?
Oh, I was hoping we wouldn't have any more detours. I'd rather get to the capital as fast as possible, but suppose if we need to, then I suppose I don't have any reason to object.
Yeah, about the Royal We. The captain has asked me to come over and see if you'd be willing to pay for the rest of your trip.
Suppose I felt this was going to happen. What's the fare?
We're asking, as far as I recall, it was 15 to here. We'll ask for 30 for the rest of the way.
Hale looks down, jumbles around the pockets, pulling out 10 gold and a couple copper coins left. That's going to be a minor problem.
For you, maybe? I mean...
Oh, really? For me? I couldn't tell, thank you very much.
Okay, well, the tone's not appreciated. I am trying to help you out. I was going to suggest if you have anything you'd give of equal value, or if there's anything, if you know you have work. I don't know. I'm trying to help out.
This area we're landing at, is it well planted?
Well planted?
I've not been adventuring much, so I don't exactly know the area we're going to. I will simply ask if there's much for a nice wooded area to perhaps find some alchemical ingredients. I could sell my skills, if that is what is on the island, of course, is satisfactory.
I've personally never been. You could certainly ask Captain Course. I'm sure she'd know of... It's Shantytown, if you know what Shantytown is. We're heading to Shantytown. I don't know much about it.
The most I've ever seen of that is on the maps, unfortunately.
Yeah, we kind of... well, I mean, I can... Here, I'll give you my telescope. We can look at it. It didn't seem like much on first glance.
Very well. Let us head above.
As you head up with this individual who you know as Katara, who is the first mate to the captain of this merchant ship, you see, like, you can continue to hear, like, all the crew heaving down under with their oars. Coming up, you see the few people who have been permitted to stay on top here are just people who are not fit to row. You see the woman has kind of a more managerial role, the guy has a hook, and the kid is a kid. But they all kind of nod at you as you've been on this ship for a good week and a half now, and have, I don't know, how would Pale have kind of interacted with crew?
Not at all.
Okay, yeah, that's completely fair.
Only interacting when we need to, of course.
Then to be more of a respectful nod, I don't know how many of them would know your name, but, you know, they see you. As Katara will pull out this kind of, like, flimsy telescope that she has to, like, pull apart, kind of like in and out, in and out, in and out, to try and get it to fully extend, and will hand to you to point at Shantytown. If you could please give me a perception check to look over, or maybe even a nature check to look over the alchemical potential that this island has.
Very well. I shall give nature.
Okay, first roll of the campaign, no big deal.
For that is a unnatural 20.
Ooh, yeah.
Fucking genetically modified 20. Good start. Okay, with a dirty 20, you look and kind of pierce through some of that fine haze onto the island. You're able to see the, like, up front Shantytown. It looks atrocious. It's not great. Past that, you see what maybe looks like a clump of trees, but they don't have any, like, canopies. There are no leaves on these trees. They might look more like logs than anything else. Nothing strikes you in the way of a forested area. No good?
We shall see. Pale closes the looking glass and hands it back to her.
Okay, well, you'll have until dawn, so hopefully that gives you your time. I am sorry. It's really not like the captain to be so quick to push someone out. Usually, she's a lot more forgiving.
Then why are you apologizing for her?
Should I not?
Should be the words of the one who's kicking me off to apologize for this. Alas, you're not that person. So, as much as your apology is appreciated, it isn't. Thank you, though.
Yeah, no worries. Should we send someone to pack your stuff up, or do you want...
I pack myself, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. I'll let you know when we dock.
Privy tell when you do.
Yeah, no, of course. And yeah, Katara will kind of head over to where you know the captain's quarters is. A kind of offshoot from the crew's quarters.
As her hair sits back down from the static.
Yeah. As this person does move, is there a way that you want to, like, try and look into the captain's quarters, or are you just going to leave that person to their own devices?
Pale is intrigued. There's not many people up on the top deck, yes.
No. And in fact, a lot of them seem to kind of be doing their own thing. The guy goes back to sharpening his hook. The kid is trying to sneak a look back over the ship. The only one who might be paying some attention is the woman with the clipboard, who you see has moved on to a crate of what looks like spare provisions. A proper stealth check would prevent that. Or I would say even, like, if you tell me how you hide this, if you're trying to look in.
Pale is pretty short at 5'7", because all of the glassware and other assorted ingredients have been left downstairs.
5'7" is not short.
I don't know if 5'7" is short. I would say 5'7" is a normal height for someone to be at.
In this question has been answered as to what the height of our GM is.
Not speaking it from any personal experience, 5'7" is a great height.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
5'7"
bog
is
standard
tall.
normal height.
And we show that Pale's, the person playing Pale, Lime, is not 5'7".
5'7" is tall, goddammit. No, the person is maybe like 4 or 5 inches taller than you, this tabaxi woman.
And what's our waves looking like? They're crashing down, making it hard to hear?
No, they're quite calm. Hence the need to, like, use oars to propel the ship forward.
Curious as I am, I'm not that curious. I'd rather not risk any more than fight, but I'd have to. Very well. Hale will head down back to the quarters and start preparing to pack.
Yeah, what do we see Pale begin to pack? Is there anything like that becomes of note? Is there anything they do at this time? What's Pale kind of going through right now? It's like you kind of knew this might happen, but it's certainly not great to experience.
Well, start off with the largest thing. No, the smallest thing first. Even in these light waves, a rickety ship is bound to be still swaying about. Start light, start with the satchel. Pale will simply keep everything close to Pale, and we'll be awaiting docking.
Yeah, for sure. In which case, we are going to watch as this galleon that flies, this red flag with a black symbol in the middle, moves behind the island, away from the actual like front docks of Shantytown, much to probably the questioning and chagrin of our two other introed individuals within the Smashed Skull. As this ship does move forward, from the gray veil of the horizon, through the misty stillness of what is now beginning to be like early afternoon, comes a shape. Dark, broad, and utterly indifferent to haste, it glides slowly toward the warped docks of Shantytown. This hulking, deep-drafted vessel of some kind of interesting design built for a sort of look. The hull is blackened with, instead of paint, this kind of salt-scorched pitch and apparently like fire damage that's patched here and there with scavenged timber that doesn't match and quite frankly doesn't need to. The figurehead, this kind of twisted amalgam of driftwood and iron that kind of looks like a open-mouthed skull with coral fangs. You see ropes hang like vines from the yardarms, and a kind of tattered black flag flutters, the edges ragged, and the emblem painted in red. A single bleeding eye weeping sideways over a dagger. We see that the ship's oars are stowed, the sails are down as it meanders into port under its own mass borne on tide. No person rushes out to moor it, no dock worker dares to hail it. In fact, the docks of Shantytown appear, like they typically do, desolate, uninhabited, as most everyone will take their business either to the side of the island or just don't use it unless it's day for market. On the deck, we see silhouettes move slowly, half-seen figures, all this kind of like grimy individuals marked by the hard silhouettes of different cutlasses and crossbows. Near the prow, standing with their arms crossed and distinctive leather coat, is this kind of broad-shouldered, bare-chested individual, kind of like oil smoke beard color. And right beside them is a much different looking individual, but I would say just a bit more important, as I would like to ask, Merack, could you please describe your character for us and how they feel about docking?
The man that is standing beside him is elvish, and he has long white hair that is tied into a braid off to the side. And he is wearing a long coat. It's blue in tone with silver and gold kind of etched into it. Dressed in more finer clothing, he stands out. It doesn't look like he should be on this ship. His hands are in black gloves, and he has half moon glasses resting on his face, and he is kind of inched toward any shaded area that he can get towards. As for how he is feeling about docking, he is just impatiently tapping a toe, like the wrapping of his boot hitting the wooden planks.
As this extremely tall individual beside you, very much your opposite in terms of how they dress and how they appear, takes out a kind of match and scratches it on the side of their cheek to light a like kind of cigar looking thing, almost like a short cigarello. They light it and will like take it out of their mouth and look down at you. All right, you know the drill.
Yes, I do.
Good. Of course, you needn't be helping him out with the docking and such. That's for people who didn't go to. Did you go to college?
No, my mother taught me.
Aye, well, any education, I suppose. Now, run by me again. How you're gonna sell it? Just, give me a rundown. I'd like to hear if you got the talking points down.
Listen, the contract is 1% of any profit gained from treasure that we find and a on-sign 5 gold piece incentive. Do I have that correct?
I mean, sure, that's your contract. I think they'd be getting 2 gold for any refers.
All right. And he kind of jots that down in this book he pulls out of his pocket. Is that all on a contract that'd be offered?
I mean, yeah, but how are you gonna sell the idea? You gonna talk about food or the experience or the making of your own person upon the sea.
It depends on the individual I encounter.
Huh?
I can sell food for one person, adventure for another, gold for another. Depends on who I encounter.
Right, oh, that's why you're doing it now. Not that I couldn't. I've just been told I got a way of hastening decisions.
Yes, I'm sure being held at sword point is very pleasant when it comes to agreeing to a contract.
And he kind of looks at you, almost offended, like, well, it's better than gunpoint.
Yeah.
It is, in fact, better than gunpoint.
I'll find that one out real quick.
I'm quite doing them a service.
Yes, I suppose it is a little better than being held at gunpoint. Still not great, though.
As long as you understand the vision. Now, go over your notes. I don't know if there's any better places than the tavern, but if you want to be, on your soapbox, to be sure. Again, we do break out at dawn, and if there's anyone who's less willing, do be letting me know.
Of course, will do.
As the crew kind of toil away, we see a lot of these people. Some of them are actively greasy and smudged on the top of the ship. You see a lot of them are moving crates up, and some others are talking to others. And those people who go back down, they emerge back looking washed. It seems like people are getting ready to head into port for a day of relaxation outside of their ship work. As this captain, who Alimna you would know as Captain Vobago, will move away from the bow of his ship and will start assisting some of the crew with offloading. Is there anywhere you go, or do you grab anything from your small kind of quarters? What's the game plan here?
I don't think he has anything in particular to grab. He got ready early. He was like, I am going to be on time. I am going to show up and be prepared. So he doesn't have to go back to his quarters. He's probably just going to dodge all the people that are unloading and just get to work and probably go on to the tavern. And as he kind of walks, he's kind of psyching himself up a little bit, just kind of shaking himself off and kind of practicing a smile, and he's gonna head into the tavern.
Okay. Yeah, as you kind of depart with the crew, here's what I'm going to say. We are going to move back into the tavern, and when you come in, it is going to be where we pick up in the present moment. However, I'm going to start in the tavern with our friend Pale coming in. As Pale, you dock off of a Alarian trade port. Not really a trade port, as you find out it's more of a observing port, more like. It's more meant to look out for any ship movements and document them more than anything else, but it is widely accommodating to any merchant ships who kind of take a detour, which is where you are. As you get off and you see all these different guards in kind of red cloth garb that overlays chainmail, as they kind of very much like have spears, but do not use them as they kind of help some of the crew offload what few, merchantries your captain wants to try and sell off here. As you will kind of walk into this terrible looking town to a tavern that looks properly degraded. What is your entrance?
Well, there always seems to be a tavern.
And cut. Great episode, guys. Wrap it up.
Yay!
They said the name of the show.
He did the thing.
Pale will look at the tavern. Not too dissimilar to what Pale had grown up in. Interesting. Pale will walk in.
As Pale walks into this kind of hazy, smoky inside place of many sea-bitten trophies and wanted posters, you see the barrel-chested kind of guy, Bim, behind the counter. You see he's kind of like put on he's smiling weird. He's like looking at you and going, hello, welcome to the fine Smash Skull. How can I help you?
What time is it, actually?
It is like early-ish afternoon, so I'll say 1 p.m.
If you have any soups, I'll have some of that.
Ooh, no soup today, but you are in luck. We do have a fish a la mode. It is a something hearty that I've been trying recently. It's only 2 copper.
Sounds like soup.
No. What it is a fish oil reduction over granulated rice.
I will say, you do sound a lot smarter than you look. I'll have some of that.
Of course. Let me please get that sorted for you. And I'll kind of like slowly head over to the cauldron. As Pale, you look around and see there's not many other people in here save for 2. Meanwhile, not a minute ago, to both you, Seraphina, and Curhd, Bim was fully like, okay, there's someone coming with a lot of money. They look like fancy. So shut up. I gotta sell this. And he got behind it and immediately like wet his hair. And that's where you come to. This guy, like, you see a lot of his like confidence has been shattered away as he goes to like serve this person food.
If at any point they look over at Seraphina, she's just like smugly watching this happen.
So Alimna walks in very poised, straight back, with his hands resting behind his back, and he kind of scans the room. Is it literally just the 4 of them?
It's bare. Like, you were like, oh, maybe I'll get someone out on the docks. No one out there except for one dude who's boiling fish guts in stinking oil, and he wasn't that interested. And also too old. You think there's maybe other people in this town. Jury's still out as you come into this tavern.
And so he just kind of looks around, and there's just a moment where he's just kind of staring at everyone. And he has this small smile on, as if everything's going great. Nothing has gone wrong. And he, let's see, who do I'm trying to think of who he would approach first. I'm assuming that Seraphina and Curhd are sitting in a corner together.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So he's gonna go over to Seraphina and Curhd and, do you mind if I sit and chat for a moment?
How can I help you?
I have a proposition. We need help on our ship, and we will be offering a bit of a contract should you want to join us. It will be for as long or short as you like.
She'll just kind of look over at Curhd expectantly.
Curhd is going to put both elbows on the table and lean in. As long as we want. Now, I notice you didn't mention what sort of help you'd be needing.
Simple crew work. To be honest, I wasn't given much specifics either, but to my understanding, crew work.
What's the port of call?
The fuck does that mean?
Where are you headed? Where does the ship call home?
What is the home base, Gasta?
Well, Such an interesting question.
I'm so glad you asked.
Your captain is, as you personally know, not the most welcomed individual in terms of a legitimate ports. Now, you know the Cacklian Islands always have a home for piracy. It's one of the reasons pirates can exist is because they can sell a lot of their lost and found merchandise in one of those ports. In terms of a port of call, I mean, technically, the ship was made in Lalu Morarongo, but there is no real port of call. You can probably name a random town or like port town in the Cacklian Islands if that would help get these people convinced.
What would a good random town be?
It'd be Hub with two B's.
Protocol is hub.
Okay.
Would I recognize the Cacklian Islands as, a pirate haven, especially looking at that massive blackened ship?
Yeah, there is that thing of like, there's also the giant foreboding ass ship outside. And also the fact that, like, yeah, I think you would know that Hub is somewhere in the Cacklian Islands. You can maybe piece something together.
Curt's gonna switch into Draconic and look at Silver. Definitely shady, but we need to get our asses out of here.
Also in Draconic. I agree, but he dodged the question. She's going to switch back to Common. You still didn't answer exactly what we were going to be doing.
Hale looks up.
I'm trying to think if I was ever given specifics, Gasta. Was I ever given specifics? I'm so bad at ships, so.
So, what specifics are you looking for?
The specifics that they're looking for.
Okay. What is Seraphina trying to figure out?
What we're being asked to help them with, basically.
To my understanding, it's just basic crew work, like just working on the crew.
So, yeah, the captain just kind of said crew. You know that entails sometimes work that is not found on a typical, like, Navy ship from a normal sailor. It would entail combat, possibly. But no, this captain's not typically gonna outright kill people or, like, outright put them in danger, right? Hopefully.
Hopefully. Like I said, crew work, though there might be a little more danger than the average ship, but you two look like you can hold your own in a fight.
Okay. In Draconic to Curhd, what do you think? Take it?
I mean, worst case scenario, we burn a third ship.
You know, I am getting tired of this room. Yeah, fuck it.
At least we can meet the captain.
Might as well. Alright. I will consider if you take me to meet whoever it is your captain is. And my compatriot.
That is something I can do, though you will have to give me a little bit longer. I was told to find 3 people, so I will be off to find that third person.
Before you go, what's the pay looking like?
Let's see.
Compensation?
1% off of any profit that we make, and 2 gold on signing of the contract.
Ugh. Draconic. Some fucking shit pay.
Not even a full share. Again, worst case scenario, we hop off at port, find another ship with better pay, and keep looking for what we're looking for.
Can I tell that they're basically talking shit about the pay? Like, even without knowing Draconic?
That depends. How are you guys portraying yourself as you talk?
Seraphina is very neutral. You're getting like maybe a hint, but you're really not sure.
Yeah, he's very lackadaisical about it. He's shit talking. It's obvious.
Yeah, like,
If you've been here, you can tell from body language that he's just talking shit and is annoyed.
So, by your know-how, Alimna, the Dragonborn is for sure questioning a lot of things. The other one might not be as off-board.
If it makes you feel any better about the pay, no one else plays fair on that ship. Just for your information.
What are you getting at?
What do you think I'm getting at?
Insight check.
Yeah, I'll say give me insight, and Merack, you can give me either persuasion or deception. Do not tell me which is which. Or rather, tell me the result, and just wait until we decide if you succeed or not, whether you tell me if you did deception or persuasion.
Okay. Okay, that's gonna be an 8. Nope. I lied. No, not an 18. I was gonna say an 18. I lied. It is a 20. Forgot my proficiency bonus. Dirty 20.
Gotcha. Okay, so a dirty 20.
God. First 2 rolls of the campaign, both GMO 20s over here.
It's looking like it's a good one for y'all.
Now see, that just means Minnie and I are about to roll out with the ones.
The ones and twos.
The unnatural ones.
My man on the ones and twos.
Why is it saying I have a -6?
Ah, damn it. If only I'd added the proficiency. I got an 18.
Okay. In which case, Alimna, if you wish, you can hide whether it was deception or persuasion. And just kind of, what do you think? Do you think that Sarah would be confused? Or do you think what do you think they'd figure out?
I think that Seraphina would figure out, like, he's kind of alluding to, you can take, keep, hide what you want on that ship. Someone else's, something you find when we're out, just don't get caught.
All right. Well then, appreciate the offer. We'll see you when you get back.
All right. And he's gonna kind of get up and brush himself off and then turn and kind of like do the same scan, hoping that like literally anyone else just like walked in the room.
In fact, you do, as you see 2 extremely old goblin individuals. It looks like a couple come in and give you a very quick up and down before going over to like some seats at the bar.
He sighs and just goes over to where Pale is sitting.
Yeah. Before we hit the Pale, very quickly, Curhd and Seraphina, could I get your passive perception?
11.
12.
Wonderful. Continuing on to Pale, this bartender is staring you down, waiting for your verdict on his fish a la mode, which is a not great looking violet color with a fish eye on the side.
You do tell me you're a professional, yes?
Yes, yeah. I'm a culinary amateur.
Yes, you are indeed an amateur.
I said learning.
And that's why I have in front of me
Fish a la mode.
something that looks like it should kill me, but yet I believe that's the same bowl as what they've had over there. Points to Curhd and Seraphina, and it appears they're clean.
They loved it. No complaints.
How much did you pay them to love it?
They paid me.
Hmm.
Did you want anything to drink with it?
Have you any red wine?
I have a ruby port.
No.
Oh, that's all I got.
Well, at least you're proud of your selection.
No, I've got I got rum. I've got a mead down there. I've also got I mean, you don't look like you like stronger stuff, so that's what I got in the lower ends.
Assuming of a customer, never usually a good thing to do.
Velma, Alan, as he'll kind of like greet the 2 goblins who are coming up and sitting in their usual spot, just kind of leaving you.
Ale will eat.
It's pretty good. It's not the best you've had, but it's certainly not as bad as you thought it would be. A little salty.
Alimna's gonna take the seat next to Pale. How do you do?
I do fine. I'm glad I have any antidotes on me in case this poisons me.
I have a few myself.
So I shouldn't trust this man, is what you're saying. Pale points to the barkeep.
Oh, I have never eaten here. I don't eat out. Ever. What are you around for?
I come around for a personal journey.
What type?
And why would you like to know that?
I'm just wondering if you would take interest in my proposition. Do you need passage on a ship?
Unfortunately, you've said the one thing that I do actually need. So, I'm willing to hear.
Simple, you do some crew work. It's a little on the dangerous side, but considering you have a few healing potions on you, I think you will do fine enough. And get passage and pay.
Pay, you say?
Yes.
I believe I heard you speaking to those 2 over there. What was it? 2 gold pieces and 1%?
Yes, I unfortunately don't make the rules.
And pray tell, what exactly is this percent?
Percent of anything we come across.
Yes, of course. I'm just more so wondering what you think we'll come across.
Well, so far it has just been a lot of gold, weaponry, but I am sure there is something that will pique your interest elsewhere. We go into a lot of more exotic areas. I'm sure you will find something of interest to your job.
Interesting. Well, I do suppose that does sound better than road duty. Very well. I shall accept.
Perfect. Well, I suppose I should round the other two up and we can head back to the ship. Do I have the contract?
No, you don't.
Okay, I figured. We can head back to the ship. I'm not the one with the contracts. The captain is. So, should you like to sign, we shall go there. And he's going to.
I was only going to say to Seraphina and Curhd, now the reason I asked for your passive perception, Curhd managed to succeed. The ship outside, the big and black and terrible ship, is starting to leave, to undock, so to speak. That started happening about a minute ago. I don't know what you do with that.
I think Curd looks over at the ship, looks over at these two guys having a kind of pompous off in the corner, and just goes, "Hey, your ship's leaving.
Pardon?
Yeah, you're getting marooned, mate."
Oh. And you see him just kind of grab his things and take off.
We will cut to that where, yeah, Alimna, sure enough, your captain's ship is starting to leave. Meanwhile, as you kind of run over, you do see a small kind of gnomish individual. He's dressed in this like very almost like librarian kind of getup with crescent glasses. You speed past this person. What do you kind of like yell at the ship, if anything?
How far away are we talking? Like, from the nearest point of land, like solid surface.
About 30, 40 yards and fastly expanding.
Yards? Fuck.
Meters, 90 feet.
What?
A yard is almost a meter, and 1 meter is about 3 feet. So times that by 3, that gets you about to 90 feet.
Thank you for joining us with Math with Pale. Coming back to the scene.
90 feet, you say? 90 feet, you say?
Yeah, so 90 to 120 feet. We'll call it an even hundo.
Fuck, okay, that's, that would be, wait. Sorry, he's desperately trying to get to the ship, and so I'm going through all of my bullshit. And, let's see. To check, see if that does what I think it might. You're not mad if I start pulling bullshit, are you?
I welcome it.
Yay. Could I jump, say, 10 feet into the water, throw down shape water, and then let me make sure this is 90 feet like I think it is. It is 90 feet and vortex warp. Longer on the shape water mechanic if need be.
What are you doing with the shape water?
Basically, I'm trying to create a ice platform that I can just kind of pull for, like I can vortex warp off of that onto the ship.
Okay, I see. In which case, so you're targeting yourself warping onto the ship.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't see why not. If you spend the points, or you spend the slots, tell me how that looks.
So he takes a running jump off of the port, and for a brief second, there is a patch of ice just before his foot hits the water, and he lands on it, only for him to twist in space and then very suddenly appear on the deck of the ship, fuming.
Yeah, you cast down this ice. The waves are just calm enough to start to form an ice barrier. You touch that, you warp onto the ship as you see Captain Fobaga is just very calmly kind of whistling a tune as he starts driving around the island.
You bastard, you were planning on leaving me behind.
What?
We had a contract.
Oh, hey. Yeah, no, we do. Did you not get the letter?
What letter?
I gave the dockmaster a letter explaining there's a merchant ship over there I want to go get. I figured you need time anyway, for about 2 hours, 3, to convince the people to get with you.
There are 3 in the tavern that would like to speak with you.
Right. Great shit. That quick. My lord. All right. Well, you've kind of caught me sailing. I don't know if I can dock. Can you do the magic-y shit, away?
Yes.
I'll be back in, by morning.
All right.
Great to see you again, by the way. I didn't know he could do that.
You did it. I've been on this ship for 7 months. How did you not know I could perform magic?
Well, I thought it was, you go up into the sun, you come back down, you see a lot of weird shit with your eyes. Sometimes you think there's a shadow, and it's not actually a shadow. I thought that was happening.
All right. I will tell them that you will be back at dawn.
Wonderful. Oh, and, Alimna,
Yes.
don't ever fucking question me again. Wonderful. I'll see you around.
He doesn't flinch at the threat and just warps immediately back out. That, to my understanding, that one ice thing, it should still be there.
Well, the ship's been moving this whole time, unfortunately. About 50 or 60 more feet away from that position.
Okay.
I'll say he can, steer the ship a little bit closer to land to where you can, just warp on back onto the beach.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, your boots kind of sink down into the sand as you kind of land. As, meanwhile, you see cresting over hill is this, small gnomish guy holding in his hand, indeed, what looks like a letter that has yet to be sealed. It's just in a loose envelope. Letter! I have a letter! I have a letter for you! As they kind of just heave in front of you.
Thank you. And he takes it, and it doesn't say any more information than, we're gonna go deal with that merchant shit.
It literally has a few words, that being, I'll be back, merchant calls, and then there's an arrow pointed up, assumedly to show which way he's going, but again, if you're looking at this letter in the wrong direction, that's useless. And you do see his initials written, which is AV, but the V has 2 dots above it, almost an umlaut, but it's a smiley face.
I love it.
Okay, that's why you weren't afraid of the big scary pirate. That's how he sounds his name. With a smiley
And
bee.
he just kind of tosses his head back, just takes a deep breath, and goes back to the tavern.
Wait,
Yes?
help me.
How so?
You have water? Or
What?
get me back to dock. I haven't run since the marathon.
Okay. And he does give this guy a little bit of water from his water skin and kind of helps him back. I don't know what helping him back looks like because, he's a gnome and Alimna is a whole elf.
Yeah.
So usually the, arm over the shoulder, yeah, that's not gonna work.
Carry him like a baby.
As soon as this guy finishes gulping down a bunch of your water, several things happen at once. He introduces himself as Grantoff and immediately starts going on about how he used to be able to be, he was one of the best runners, and that conversation takes you all the way back. He does not stop. He basically just needs you to walk with him. So a good 10 minutes of that.
That was a very interesting story.
I know, and I tell you what, I would have won. I really would have. Of course, if it wasn't for Bart.
Well, one day you will beat him.
One day I will kill Bart. Alright, well, this is my stop. Thank you so much. And he'll kind of hobble back into the Dockmaster's area. And you are really left, with this kind of sense of, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, no, I'm left with that sense.
It's very much a whiplash of, oh my god, I'm getting marooned. Oh my god, okay, this guy's just an idiot. Okay, there's a letter. I guess I gotta walk back. It's a lot.
It is a lot. That was a lot.
Question for Grantoff. Does Bartholomew quote him to consume his pantaloons?
What?
Well, no, Bart is actually long for Ba. That guy's an asshole. I don't want to talk to him.
You want to kill him?
Yes, very much so.
Anyways. So, yeah, Alimna just kind of stares at this guy as he walks, like, back just a little ways left. And just does have, like, that whiplash moment of what the fuck just happened. And then turns around and heads back to the tavern.
Yeah, for sure. Did anything happen in the tavern while this person who was like, yeah, you guys have a contract, they just ran? Did anything happen with you guys in here? Did you guys talk to each other? Or were you just kind of like, let's just keep to ourselves?
Pale will walk over to the two with the soup half eaten. I suppose you two would be the ones who was ripped in on his deal.
I suppose you could call it that.
Yeah.
And how do we say we trust him after dashing out?
You know, I haven't quite put my finger on it yet.
He's disposable. At least that's what his crew thinks, so...
Well, I did just look outside to see that same person instantaneously teleport onto their deck, so obviously that must be someone of actual importance.
Magic don't mean important.
For a pirate crew wouldn't it?
No. It's your rank that's important on a ship. If you're useful, that's good, but if you piss off somebody who's got more rank, well, you end up knowing what the keel looks like pretty quickly.
Be ashamed if I didn't know what it looked like if I were a pirate. Regardless, that man is now going to be hopefully paying us well. I would at least like to know your names if I'm going to be working with you two.
You can just call me Silva.
Curhd.
Pale.
Nice to meet you, crewman.
Not a sharp fellow.
And Curhd smiles, and that scar on his lip pulls, making it look more like a grimace than anything.
Interesting.
What have I told you? You look like you're in pain when you do that.
You're just mad because I'm the pretty one.
You two must have been friends for quite a while.
Ugh, too long.
Nah, met him Tuesday.
That was alright. That was too much. That was too long.
Huh. Curhd's looking outside now. I've never seen Grantoff try and run before.
You haven't? It's quite funny.
Poof.
God.
Look at the way he like high kicks his knees.
It's his arms I'm looking
I don't
at. They're
think he
all
knows
over
how
the
to do
place. Like, is he trying to fly?
Oh, I thought that was a bird.
That's a very fat, ugly bird. That's an insult to birds.
Alimna just plops back down at that moment.
The castaway returns.
No, castaway means your boat sank, or you fell off. He's marooned. He got kicked off the boat.
For someone that's been marooned, he seems very calm.
So how'd that go? Did you have fun? Nice little mini vacation. Was that your lunch break?
A test of faith.
Was that your lunch break?
A test of my patience, more like it. My captain has very interesting ways of communication sometimes.
Uh-huh. And this is who we're working for?
Yes, it might not be... How should I put it? It isn't...
It's not a good look.
It isn't always the easiest job, but it does pay off in the end. You ask for the right things in your contract, and you'll get them.
Oh, good to know. And where are they going?
And he's just kind of like, he's pulled out a notebook and just kind of jotting something down and says this very nonchalantly. There's a merchant ship out in the water. He's going to deal with that and be back by dawn.
Seraphina will just look at Curhd sideways, like...
Yeah, Curhd's gonna look back and switch back to Draconic. That fake merchant ship we saw, the one that sank, the Lucky Catch. Did it go down too, or did we lose it in the storm?
You know, I really don't remember.
It's probably nothing.
Pale's looking at you two as you speak.
With our luck, it's usually never nothing.
Fuck. Hey, what was your name again? Contract boy? Switching back to Common.
Boy.
Oh, me or him?
No. The one who's solicited everybody here.
The one who was abandoned. My apologies.
Sorry, the marooned one. Oh, you were abandoned here too, weren't you? I saw your ship leave.
Damn. Yeah.
My name is Alimna.
Alimna. Did you see this merchant vessel?
Did I? Gasta?
Did I?
God damn it. Are you referencing the one that's currently in the Alarian port?
Mm-hmm.
No, the one that was, the captain was in pursuit of.
I don't think so.
No, I don't believe so.
Oh, does the ship have a name?
What ship are you referring to? There's a lot of ships happening.
You don't know the name of the merchant one he is pursuing. If they're asking about, like, what your ship's name is, it's the Dark Dodger.
Okay. That would be the Dark Dodger.
And that's the one you're after.
No, that's the name of our ship.
Ah. So you don't know the ship that we're after.
The ship that they're going after?
That they're after, I should say.
The merchant ship? No, I don't.
I was gonna say, there's no real we yet.
Apologies.
No. I suppose we wait for your captain to come back then, is all?
Yeah, how long are they going to take?
Till dawn.
Oh,
Lovely.
that's just so nice.
If it makes you feel any better, he threatened me for questioning him, so I suspect he will be back.
That does make me feel a bit better, yeah.
That does make me feel better as well.
Well, since we're all on first name basis now, I think we drink to, our new crew. Something light and easy. Curhrd's gonna look over at the bar.
Hey, Bim.
Yeah.
Round of blue lightning for my friends here. You know, something light and easy to kick off this day.
Yeah, alright.
Sarah's just gonna deadpan stare at Curhd. Lasers through the back of his head.
I don't drink.
Oh, it's bad luck not to drink to a new voyage. You don't want it sinking, do you?
I'm gonna sink you.
I'll be the one sinking if it's the wrong type of meat. I'm allergic to about everything on this godforsaken planet.
That's just a sad existence. I'm sorry to hear that.
As Bim will bring over a small... he very much did not have a platter, so it's just on a, like, long piece of driftwood. As he sets down 5 precariously lined things in shot glasses. Well, 2 of them are shot glasses, as those were recently acquired. The other 3 are metal cups. Inside of the 2 shot glasses, the liquid you can see is a stark turquoise and smells like rum. Alright, bone apple teeth and such.
Bone apple teeth.
You really are a culinary extraordinaire.
He nods. He's kind of beaming at that, now that you've said that. Not detecting any sarcasm.
Pale smiling very widely. It's surprising why they don't hire you at the mainland.
Curhrd's gonna grab the shot glasses and hand the big drinks to his new friends as a sign of courtesy and friendship, and hand the shot glass to Sarah.
And Alimna's gonna immediately set it down. I said I don't drink.
So what kind aren't you allergic to?
He solidly thinks. Wine, possibly.
Ah, then we'll get along just swell then.
It's better if I don't eat anything I haven't seen prepared myself. So, don't believe I will be drinking anything.
So careful.
Yes, it is my life on the line. I would like to be careful.
Curhd shrugs, shoots his shot back, looks over at Pale.
Pale's going to look at the rum, the blue lightning. Like to inspect it.
Give me...
Not out of fear of being poisoned, more so out of, this is new, I don't know what this is.
Give me... I guess it would be either investigation or medicine. Either will produce different results.
I love that medicine is a wisdom-based skill, but I'll have to go for investigation. That is a natural 20.
God damn.
Total of 23.
So this smells over... It just does. There is no nose to it, as some liquors would. You catch top notes of alcohol, bottom notes of alcohol with a alcohol finish. You also see that weird, like, strands course through this thing, and you see that's what gives it the blue, is these, like, small, like, almost like thin membrane type strands. If you had to make a wager as to what gives it this, like, blue thing, it's something in the bottle.
If I wanted anything later, I think I would have some absinthe. I'll pass. Thank you, though. You look like you needed more.
Curd shrugs, takes the drink, takes a swig from it.
So, here's the thing. Curd, after 3 weeks here, hard day's work, this is what you get. It's cheaper than a lot of the other liquors. You've built up a sort of tolerance to it. However, in drinking 2 of them, I will ask for a constitution save.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
You're getting used to it. Not that used to it.
Oh, that's lovely, actually.
Nice.
18.
18.
Nice.
Like a champ, you bring it down. Absolutely skull the thing.
I nod to my goblin friends at the bar, having redeemed myself from my first attempts at this drink.
Yeah, Alan will give you a small salute. He knows how long it took for you to get to almost their level. As those 2 are the true champs of this drink.
I'll never be at Velma's level.
No, Velma is much better than Alan, to be sure.
Did you enjoy your methanol?
Hey, a drink's a drink. Gets you through the day, helps you unwind.
Kills you.
Slowly.
Curd is just gonna kind of show off, stretch to show how much bigger he is than both of these 2 combined and go,
I mean, if that's what peak performance looks like and looks at the 2 of them, I'm glad I'm dying.
Seraphina's just gonna roll her eyes.
I've probably had worse.
Very obviously.
Very well, then.
In which case, yeah, you guys all kind of make some kind of version of merry with each other. Start getting to know each other just a little bit, maybe just namesake and your most recent travels. Bim comes over to try and, show off a new creation that he calls fish crackers. That is really just a fish that has been hard pressed between 2 hot skillets to make it flat. It's not great. You give your reviews, he leaves, and eventually you all go to your own rooms. For the 2 who are here, Bim is willing to give free rooms just because, one of you, he appreciates your culinary expertise, and the other one of you, I don't think you know, Alimna, why Bim does give you a free room. You do see that he's very much like, he's more of like a take it.
Can I roll insight?
Sure.
Dirty 20.
But the dirty 20 seems worried. He's very much on eggshells around you.
Is there something wrong?
No, absolutely not. Nope.
I don't bite.
I assumed that. But, and you see his eyes continue to dart over to a certain spot of the wall.
He's gonna look at the certain spot in the wall. Oh, now I'm actually scared, because I think I might actually know what this is.
You see there is a picture of your captain, Captain Vobaga, and a description of his ship, and a prize on his head of 1,050 gold. Wanted dead.
Yeah, figured it was something along those lines. How much do I think a room here would be? Actually, I like even numbers.
4 copper.
Okay, that's not a lot of even numbers. He is going to toss the guy 2 silver. Keep the change.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
And he gives him just like a warm smile.
He flinches.
Fuck! And like that, seeing that, his smile like just kind of fades, and he nods and then heads off.
Yeah, you have a perception of what your captain has done. You've certainly seen the menagerie of his posters through the ages. I think this is one of the first few times where you really see how much it affects, quote-unquote, normal people trying to live their lives.
Yeah.
As you all do take up to your own rooms, I don't know if Would Curhd and Seraphina share a room, or would they have their own separates?
I'd imagine Curd would want to stay by Silver whenever he can. Like, they don't share a bed, but, like, he'll prop up a chair by the door when they're sleeping and sleep in that.
Nah, you curl up on the little circle rug in the middle of the room like a dog.
Ouch. He falls asleep, flipping Sarah the bird with both hands, and he doesn't know why.
He gets up every now and then to just like circle around the rug and then lay back down.
Rude.
Completely fair. As you all sleep and you can take your long rests, you hear the distant sound of cannon fire occurring somewhere out near this island. As it turns to 9 p.m., 10 p.m.-ish, I assume you guys go to bed a little later. You see that there are a number of crew from both the Gilded Lure and the Dark Dodger who come into the tavern and, eat, drink, make merry. It's good business. Occupy some rooms, fight a couple times. Grand shit, right? In the morning, unless there's any conversations you all have between yourselves.
I think Alimna will keep to his own room.
Fair enough. In which case, in the morning, who do we think's the first to wake up?
More than likely Sarah.
I'm an elf.
Second's likely Pale.
True enough.
Third's likely.
The elf for sure.
I win.
The elf for sure.
So, yeah, I'll say, Alimna, you wake up first, and you actually get up before dawn. And just a little bit before first light.
I think he'd be the person to sleep in early for elves and then wake up at 2 in the fucking morning.
Yeah, it's very much... This is something you're used to, is other people have to take a full 8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As if you leave your room, you would see that Bim is still working. Most people are gone, and he's just more cleaning than anything else. As he'll nod to you and quietly work.
He kind of nods back and probably goes, "Do you perhaps have any tea bags?"
Yeah, hold on. And he'll kind of set down his broom and go back behind the counter and reach under. You see he'll blow some dust off of a small box full of tea sachets. And we'll just hand them out to you. I think it's a variety pack. I don't know the different types.
He just kind of inspects it for a moment and then cautiously sets it down. "I think I will be all right.
All right.
No offense to you. I
No,
have to..."
none taken.
Anyways, and he just goes into a corner and with a book or something and just kind of reads.
I think eventually he would, maybe 30 minutes after, he would come over and just kind of wordlessly sit in the booth with you. How long you been with him?
How long has it been since session 0.5 in Universe?
Couple, maybe 3 or 4 months.
3 or 4 months?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a hot sec.
Can I get a more specific... 3 or 4... Okay, I'll just...
15 weeks.
15 weeks.
How about that?
Okay, I don't know how to do basic math.
3.75 weeks. It's 3.75 months.
3.75 weeks. Do more math.
More math.
3.75 months. Okay, so that's
Months.
3,
Yeah.
3 week wettest time. God. 21, 30,
You've been through this,
and
start of spring to the end of it. You're in summer now with him.
he pulls out a pocket watch, checks it. Let's see, that would be 10 months, 27 days, and 12 hours. And then he tucks his pocket watch back away.
Why? You seem smart.
Call it a curiosity. I need to find a few magical artifacts for my own personal study, and he will take me where no merchant ship will.
Kid, there's better ways to feed curiosity. Look, you absolutely know what kind of a person you've gotten yourself involved in. Is it worth it?
Yes. Why are you so concerned?
You see, you say yes pretty quickly, and he kind of is taken aback and almost looks disappointed. Yeah, no offense by it, just a curiosity, that's all. You understand? I don't know you. I will just say, be careful. He gets especially, testy when he loses. If he loses. So, good luck. And he'll, take whatever plate you had and leave. Say around this time, one of you guys also wake up as first light begins.
Curhd just goes for an early morning run. He's that guy.
No.
Like, fully with the sunlight. Yep, resistance training on the beach, running through the sand. First thing.
You come out of your room.
Playing with the boys, being on in his brain.
Bim fully doesn't look at you, tosses you a Tangelo on your way out.
Catches it, just like fully rips into the peel with his jaw and just eats it as he goes.
Alimna watches this from the corner, just just the expression of what the fuck.
Editors, please play Playing with the Boys from Top Gun by Kenny Loggins.
Oh my god.
He is joined by like 5 shirtless men. They just start playing volleyball.
Oh my god. Yeah, Limna, you see that he catches your gaze at that kind of like crazy scene. He's like, what? I get to know my customers. And I'll go back to what he's doing.
I'm less concerned with you and more him.
Oh, yeah, no, totally.
I mean, we have been here for like a month at this point, as Sarah's like walking down the stairs, just kind of rubbing her eyes.
It's also the few times I can actually get him to eat. I toss it mindlessly to him. He just does it. It's great. It works for both of us. Also, good morning, Silva.
Morning. The usual, please.
Right on. And he'll start scrambling eggs.
You're up early, as she looks towards Alimna.
I sleep for 4 hours. I'm going to be up early.
Alrighty then. Good morning to you too.
Good morning.
There it is.
Good morning.
Oh, there's the other one.
I've been here for quite a while now.
Pale just in a shadowy corner, but he's completely reflective.
I suppose your keyword for the day is observant.
Just standing there. Menacing.
Get out of there, SpongeBob! Get out of there!
Wait, if you're standing out there and you're right here, who's flickering the lights?
Nosferatu!
Oh, okay.
You seem to be in a good mood this morning.
I'm always in a good mood.
I can tell you're very cheerful.
Oh, you could. Glad to hear it.
Alright. She'll just go back to sipping her tea that she brought down from the room, might I add.
What type is that?
It's ginger. Would you like a cup? I have to go back upstairs, but it's really not that big a deal.
Yes, actually, it's one of the few I can enjoy.
Wonderful. She'll get up, go up, grab it really quick. Literally, like, within 2 minutes is back down. Hands it to him.
I appreciate it.
Now, Curhd, on your run, as a soundtrack plays in the distance and the sun rises, you see creaking back from out kind of like northwest from the island is that dark ship that you saw leave Alimna kind of in his own dust yesterday. And it looks like it has a ton of crates on top deck.
Guess they won. Curhd's going to... Curhd's going to finish his run. They're going to take some time. They got to limp into port. They're going to have repairs they need to do if there was cannon fire shot. He's got time to finish it. It's just a short run. He's just doing a 30-minute today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. In which case, can you roll me let's say a D10 to see how many kilometers you get in?
That's not a 10. That's not how numbers work.
Our measurements have been fucking wild today. Yards, meters, kilometers.
Oh, 7.
What'd you get?
7K. I got a 7.
A cool 7K. It's pretty nice. 30 minutes, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'd take that time.
Yeah. In which case, yeah, you come back. Do Dragonborn sweat? This is the question I have to answer.
Do lizards sweat?
No.
No, they have to cool themselves externally.
finding cool places or warm places.
Correct.
Yeah,
Licking themselves.
licking themselves a lot.
Yeah. In which case, I think you come in and immediately get a cool towel thrown at you from Bim.
Just smacks him in the face. Just plap.
This is a routine. This guy's got it on lock.
Bim, you're a hero.
Nah.
Look towards Alimna. You Captain 1. Ship's coming back.
Figured he would. And let's see, he's gonna kind of pack up kind of what he brought down. Whenever the rest of you are ready. I'm assuming you will need a moment. Kind of looking at Curhd.
I ain't got much stuff. Curhd heads upstairs, still kind of wiping down with that cool towel. Yeah, packs up all of his stuff, probably starts throwing some of Seraphina's stuff into her bag too, if she's finishing her tea.
She walks up mid him touching her thing. Why are you... No, don't touch. You always lose my things. Stop.
I don't lose them, I purposefully leave them behind to annoy you. There's a difference.
You're a fucker.
You're stuck with me.
She'll finish packing her things, actively rearranging the bag that Curhd actively fucked up.
Oh my gosh.
There's just a pair of his underwear right on top.
I'm going to fucking kill you.
It's the one thing he got in.
This is gonna end up over your head while you sleep.
Yeah, I'll say eventually you all kind of gather your stuff, be it a small amount or a truly fucking whopping collection like I would assume Pale has. As, yeah, you all kind of wait on the docks as this ship kind of slowly reels itself in. As the gangplank is kind of thrown down and you see a bunch of crew like hauling these heavy ass crates marked for Shantytown as they kind of like start setting it down on the curb outside. As you all see, yeah, the 25 or so people that live in Shantytown do start to come out. Today's market day. They start setting up their wares and basically expecting a much different ship to appear than the one that is currently here. As Captain Vobaga will come down, you see this is a large individual, kind of muscular. Their beard is like a smoky, kind of like whitish. You see it has like tied into it some like fuses that he burns. Like it's not burning right now. As you see, he smokes a kind of like cigar thing and comes down, his boots clamoring on the gangwalk. As he'll just take his time, slowly step, and stop right in front of you, Alimna.
It meets his eyes immediately.
He'll take a puff and look over at the other three. Alright, this could work.
Seraphina's just gonna raise an eyebrow.
No, I assume you've all been told your contracts.
Aye, Captain.
Aye, not captain yet. Comb your tethers. Always like to leave room for negotiations.
Mm-hmm.
But I suppose y'all seem a bit keen, so I'll say it now. Welcome to the Dark Dowager. Follow me.
You've been listening to There's Always a Tavern, with Lime as Palevea Nøstarok, Merack as Alimna, Minnie as Silverstorm, aka Seraphina, myself, Rob, as Curhd Rathinine, and Gasta, our wonderful GM, Curhd Rathinine, and Gasta, our wonderful GM, as everyone else. If you're having fun listening, feel free to let us know and check us out on TikTok, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Tumblr. And thanks for joining us on this wild new adventure. And until next time,